I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time from Megan. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to request any other type of reviews, topics, reactions, re-reviews, anything random, or anything like this, feel free. You just send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. Now, Megan had an interesting idea of this topic. What DVDs and Blu-rays, in your opinion, have the best special features? I had to think about that for a bit, because for the most part with features, you know, there's some that are disappointing. Well, before I get to that, if I'm thinking off the top of my head, I'm looking over here because I'm looking at some of the DVDs and Blu-rays. Well, I think of ones that are disappointing. I would go... Moontrap is the most disappointing fucking DVD Blu-ray ever, because I love that film and the picture quality is shit, and even the features is cool, their interview, but they're done subpar, because there'll be times where the interview, the sound goes out a little bit, or I swear there's a point where in one of them where something falls in the background, like someone's fucking around the back. I mean, just, oh my god, poorly done. I Come in Peace with Dolph Lundgren. I think a lot more could have been done with that Blu-ray. Commentary, longer interviews, things of that nature. Escape from LA, not having Kurt Russell and John Carpenter at all with those features. What the fuck? I mean, just, there's a lot of films that are not on Blu-ray at all, like 3 Men and a Baby, and 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon, all that stuff. But okay, if we're going to the topic at hand, what has the best special features? I guess on one hand, that kind of depends what special feature do you like the most. Do you like audio commentaries the most? Do you like documentaries the most? Like, which one appeals to you more so? Like, to name a... Do I want to build up to that? Yeah, maybe well, because I have here what I think I would pick as the best. But to build up, like just recently, this one, I thought was a really good set of features. The Tremors Arrow Video Blu-ray set. This is a great amount of special features. Because you got commentary with the director and the writers, a commentary with a person who is a big fan and is a wealth of info. Interviews with Brett Maddock, S.S. Wilson, Ron Underwood. You have a 30-minute documentary. Like, this is packed with features. So you want to have a Blu-ray, and I'm a big fan of this film, this is stacked with stuff. plus extra bonuses, booklets, little posters, things of that nature. So Arrow Video does a great job with stuff like that. One that I'll show in a little, you know what, I'll be right back. I'll show this. This is a really good one too. Sorry about the wait, the hassle. This is another good one. I would say this is one of the best DVD sets, especially for features, because I'm a big fan of this film. Big fan of Dawn of the Dead. One of my favorite, I would say my favorite zombie film of all time. My favorite George Romero film. One of my favorite films of the 70s. And once this came out, this is still an amazing set. Number one, the way it looks, simple but effective. The way it opens up. Again, nice looking, simple and effective. The way it opens. Multiple disc set. And this was it for Dawn of the Dead. I mean, you had a ton of stuff featured for this. You had a comic book. Here's a comic book right here. To just show you. It's a comic book that showcases the build up to the mall. So kind of the reproduction, for example, when the two of them are shooting all those zombies in that apartment building. Again, pretty cool stuff. And then like the features in this, showcased in this booklet, which also even has a outlay of the mall itself. I mean, you have the theatrical version, you have the extended version, you have the European version, and in documentaries you have The Dead Will Walk, where they interview Dario Argento, David Early, David M.D., Ken Foray, Galen Ross, Tom Savini, George Romero, Scott Reiniger, pretty much anyone you could think of involved with the film. Pretty good documentary. Then you have a documentary from back in the day with a lot of on-set location when they were filming it, called Document of the Dead. And I remember, again, this is such a massive, great set. I think this got a Blu-ray recently, but it was too expensive, and I'm like, nah. Plus now, I will admit, if I do watch a version of Dawn of the Dead, I want to watch the Mall Hours cut, which someone edited. The Mall Hours cut is all the footage from the extended cut of Dawn of the Dead, stuff that was only in the European version of Dawn of the Dead, and some extra stuff all put in, so the Mall Hours cut is the longest cut of Dawn of the Dead. And it was on YouTube. I don't know if it's on there now, but it was on YouTube for a while. And I wish if somehow someone took that and made an HD version of that, I would buy it. Now, okay, there's a Blu-ray of it. I can watch the features on this. The new features is not going to tell me much that I don't learn off of this. Plus, I like the look of this box set. It's black, and I like the red. And again, the features are really good. It's got commentaries on each disc. One commentary is George Romero. One commentary has the producer. He's more the technical finance guy. One has a commentary with the cast, the four principal actors. So, commentaries, documentaries, this is definitely one of the best out there. The Dawn of the Dead 1978 movie. Like, there's a lot that are not too bad Blu-rays out there. Deep Rising has a couple decent interviews, fairly decent commentary, making of the film. Sadly, no Tree Williams. That was one of my big gripes about that. But overall, Deep Rising from, I think, Kino Lorber, not a bad Blu-ray. Village of the Damned, like a lot of Scream Factory stuff. There's like Halloween 2, Big Trouble in Little China, John Carpenter's The Thing. Although with Scream Factory's John Carpenter's The Thing, I will say The picture quality, the lighting is different. It seems much more blue. I guess if you get the Blu-ray from overseas, from Arrow Video, which is now out of print, which sucks. I wish I realized that before it became out of print. Because, again, the Screen Factory, it looks cool, but that's not the way many of us saw the film. So, again, if you watch John Carpenter's The Thing on Blu-ray, you'll notice like a more of a blue tint to certain outside scenes. Like I said, it looks neat, and it kind of fits with the cold weather, but the commentary is a bit edited with certain things, which I didn't realize until later. Like the John Carpenter Kurt Russell on the Screen Factory Blu-ray. I don't think Screen Factory did that. It might have been on the older Blu-ray that was edited. So it might have been whoever did that fault. And no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's maybe it's still the same on the old Blu-ray. It's just like there's certain things. There's websites that do a lot better than that, but they reference how from the DVD to the Blu-ray, or maybe from the older Blu-ray to the Screen Factory, like there was certain differences that were made to the commentary, certain deletions, like if they mentioned Laserdisc because it was for the Laserdisc, or they mentioned a few things here and there. It's confusing. I don't even get it myself. But I mean, when you talk about special features, like the John Carpenter's The Thing that's great with special features. Like The Thing is one of my favorite films. That has a glorious amount of features. It's got the old documentary with Kurt Russell in them. It's got new interviews with Wilford Brimley and a lot of the people who were the actors on that film. I wish I had grabbed the Arrow Video Blu-ray because I think it does have different features that the Screen Factory one has. And again, I'm just a sucker for the film. But yeah, the Screen Factory Blu-ray does have a lot of great features. Big Trouble in Little China, the fact they carried over the Blu-ray, the Arrow Video features, and then they had more. It was cool to have Dennis Dunn. Granted, I wish it was longer. I wish he said more. But it was cool to see Dennis Dunn's alive and know a little bit of what he's doing. Again, I wish it was a lot longer and there's a lot more to the interview, but it was cool to see him there still. And, to hear from the Three Storms and something that was cool to see. The Blob was a great Blu-ray from Screen Factory, the 1988 film. Some pretty good commentaries, mainly the commentary with the director of Wrong Turn 2 and Everly. Oh God, I forgot his name. He has a podcast with Adam Green. Oh, he did Mayhem, which is another film I liked. It'll come to me, but I really liked that Blu-ray. That was another really good one. Really solid one. So do I have it? Yeah, I don't want to make things fall. Joe Lynch. Okay, Joe Lynch helped moderate the commentary. Very fun commentary. And it has quite a few interviews with a lot of people who worked on it. The effects guys, some of the cast members. I wish Kevin Dillon was interviewed. That would have been the cherry on top. But for a film that's one of my favorites, it was nice to see the film get a collector's edition with quite a few features. So the Blob one is good. Bill and Ted. The Bill and Ted set, that has a great amount of features. You have a commentary on each one, which Alex Winter is part of. And each one has a good lengthy documentary. And both Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter talked about the film, as well as an assortment amount of people. Actors, director, at least the director of the second film. I'm not sure the director about the first one. Can't remember. Been a while since I've seen it, but I remember being very lengthy documentaries. They did a lot of the people that, like Al Leon, and a lot of the people who were the historical figures in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. They interviewed William Sadler, who played Death in Bogus Journey. Like very lengthy documentaries, you get to learn a lot about what happened during the making of those films. Those were really cool to see as well. That was a lot of fun. And like if you're into commentaries, John Carpenter, Kurt Russell, whenever they do a commentary, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York, that's always a joy. That's why I wanted to see him do it one more time for Escape from LA. But that didn't happen for some fucking reason. If it was Kurt Russell and John Carpenter, I'd like to ask them, why not? Why don't you guys do a commentary? Now maybe because of what's going on, so they couldn't be in the same room. Maybe that's why. That would be my assumption. If that's the case, it fucking sucks. Let's see, you have the Blade Runner set with the full documentary Dangerous Days. That's a definite... That's definitely a documentary that's worth a watch for anyone who's a fan of the film Dangerous Days. Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, those are pet Blu-rays. Like Evil Dead 2 has a lot of interviews, I mean, that's again, wealth of information. Had good lengthy documentaries where they interview as many people as they can. And like I said, if you're a fan of Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, the Evil Dead 2, I think it was called 25th Anniversary Blu-ray, and the Scream Factory Army of Darkness Blu-ray are definitely worth your time. I was mentioning Kevin Smith. I was mentioning commentaries. Kevin Smith commentaries back in the day. For Clerks, Mallrats, the old DVD of Chasing Amy, the Criterion DVD, because that has a commentary with Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith and everyone in the group. Jason Lee. No, I don't think Jason Lee was in that one. He was on the commentary, I want to say, from Mallrats and Dogma, but not Chasing Amy. And... But yeah, the Criterion DVD of Chasing Amy, Mallrats, Dogma, those are fantastic commentaries. Hilarious. Even Jersey Girl. The commentary with Kevin Smith and Ben Affleck on Jersey Girl is better than the movie itself. That's why I recommend anyone the DVD of Jersey Girl. Even if you don't like the film, just listen to the commentary with Kevin Smith and Ben Affleck. It's funny, it's entertaining, and good food for thought as well. It's the Kevin Smith I miss. Even Clerks 2 had some good commentaries. So yeah, the early Kevin Smiths from Clerks to Clerks 2. After that, not so much. But yeah, in that era, those were some really fun commentaries. Some of the best, I would say, in entertainment value. But if you were to ask me what is the best set, which I probably already gave away because that's probably part of the thumbnail, so it's not much of a secret, the Alien quadrilogy set. I would say if you want to do, this is the way to do it. Now start off with the DVD set, to be fair. And the discs are not in here for the most part because I don't like the packaging. I don't like the sliding shit because I feel like they get scratched, so I put them in different stuff. But the packaging is cool. But just how in-depth, from the DVD set, let alone the Blu-ray set, just how in-depth this was on this whole franchise. Companies should use this as the baseline to do their box sets. Again, not packaging wise, but what they're able to put in. Because look at all these features that you get on all of this stuff. Disc 1, you get both versions of the film, of Alien. You got commentary with a bunch of people put together. You got commentary released out by himself. Different versions of the score by Jerry Goldsmith, deleted extended scenes. You also get similar stuff with disc 2, 3, 4, like with each film, they get 2 versions of the film. They get a commentary. In this case, again, it's a bunch of people edited together. Most of them have, you can listen to the score by themselves, deleted extended scenes. And then some of the best documentaries that are extensive. The Beast Within, Making Alien, developing the story, direction and design, casting, filming Shepperton Studios, 1978, designing the Nostromo and the alien planet, designing the creature, editing and music, visual effects, reaction to the film. This is how you should do documentaries. Beginning to the reaction. And they interview almost anybody they can. Superior firepower, Aliens. Even Alien 3, I think that's better than the movie itself. The making of it. Alien Resurrection, I'm not a fan of the film, but I'm interested in the making of. Like these, like when you said have the best special features, this is the one that came to mind as number 1. And then even then, you have archives, photos, original treatments, original scripts, bonuses like Experience in Terror, Alien Legacy, trailers, TV spots, stuff that were on other releases. Additional bonuses like Alien, Ride at the Speed of Fright, which is a little video done for the ride. And it had Jeffrey Combs in it. Jeffrey Combs from Reanimator was part of the ride. You had stuff like I'm trying to remember 100%. You know, and something called Alien Evolution about the making of the franchise. The Alien Saga. Parodies. Even parodies that were on The Simpsons and other stuff. Dark Horse Gallery, so it shows a lot of the comic book covers of a lot of the Dark Horse Alien comics. Again, the extensive amount of features that are on this set, it's just amazing to me. Like, this is how you do it. This is how you pull it off. And to me, this is the pinnacle of sets. Not sex. I don't have sex with it. But set. It just, this is how you do it. Again, not packaging wise, but again, and to be fair, like I said, it started with the Alien quadrilogy DVD set. And then with the Blu-ray, they added even more stuff to it. And I think these have the best way to do special features is in a set like this. Anything like DVD like this. So like these are the 2 that came to mind. Like 2 extremely well done, put together material. You know, this right here. I also picked it because one's DVD and one's Blu-ray. Actually, you know what, in case, I never know if I'm going to have a picture over here. I probably won't for this, so, yeah. A DVD and a Blu-ray, so I picked that, so. Maybe this will be the thumbnail. I don't know. Maybe. But, let's just say, I wasn't sure how else to answer your question. So, like I said, it just depends what kind of special feature you like, what kind of special feature you're looking forward to. I mean, like I said, there's been a lot of disappointing stuff. I mean, there's a lot of movies that have no special features. Fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme, Hard Target, Time Cop, Bloodsport. I mean, there's a ton of Steven Seagal stuff. Above the Law, Under Siege, Out for Justice. There's a lot of films that don't even have a Blu-ray or even a DVD, like Deadly Outbreak with Jeff Speakman. Moontrap to me is still, I mentioned earlier, it's one of the worst offenders of it. And the list goes on and on. So. Like, I wish they would have done something like this for the Rotti films or the Rambo films. Like, can you imagine? And the Rambo set, those are features that could be improved. Like, imagine a Rambo set, right? Imagine a Rambo set done like this. Like, can you imagine? Like, you have a documentary of First Blood and Rambo 2. It'd be continuing the story. Rambo First Blood Part 2. Continuing the story. They could talk about the scripts by James Cameron and all that stuff. Concept of construction. Interviewing each of the people, like Steven Berkoff, and maybe the people that played the prisoners and the villains, and really go in depth on this stuff. Like this. The Rotti films. They do it for the first Rotti, but what about Rotti 2, Rotti 3, Rotti 4? Fuck the director's cut of Rotti 4. How about a documentary on Rotti 4 and Rotti 3 and Rotti 2? Even Rotti 5. I'd be open to hearing stories about that. Fuck the director's cut. Put the time, energy, and money into something like this for the Rotti films. Make something like this for the Rotti and the Rambo films among other franchises. But hey, what do I know? But hey, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.